Good evening. Welcome to a special June edition of Soup 605 Pickleball Live. I'm your host, Nooner, or Rob Noonan, one of the two. We have it's going to be a fun time tonight. Trevor's been a good friend of mine now for, gosh, I think it's been already 2 years. But anyway, I wanted to touch base, bring up a few things. Let me turn this off. Alrighty, and then I need to throw in some updates on some tournaments. This is the tournament that everyone will be going to tomorrow. Tomorrow they have singles. Then they have men's doubles and women's doubles on Saturday, and mixed doubles on Sunday. So if you guys, it's already too late to sign up because they got everything all written up and ready to go. But if you don't have anything else to do, stop on down to Sioux City, and you can visit me. I'm going to have a booth down there on Saturday and Sunday. So I'm going to pretty much have my whole pickleball store is all packed up and ready to go. I just have to load it onto a trailer and load up the tables and displays and canopies and all that sort of stuff. Then we should be good to go there. Let's see. And then we have a tournament coming up in a couple weeks. This one's full also. It's the Rockin' the Rapids pickleball tournament in Del Rapids. They have quarry days that weekend. And I am going to be up there again with my store, but I'm also going to be running the tournament. And here is a list of all the players that are in it. They're doing a 2-5, 3-0, and 3-5 mixed divisions. Del Rapids currently has they use 4 old tennis courts, or they have 2 old tennis courts, and they can get 4 courts on there. You probably could go a little more, maybe 6 or so, but kind of how they have like a dip in the concrete to where the water runs into. So they're pretty limited on that. But we're going to do our best to run just a mixed doubles tournament. It's all going to be one day. It's on Saturday. If you have any questions, you can reach out to Jeff Fegan or Mark Dennis, and they can let you know where it's at. It's down by the park. It's down by the river, right next to the swimming pool. So that should be a really good time. And let's see, we also have a tournament coming up here in mid-August. It is the Midwest Showcase, Matt Poyer's tournament. I'm sure they're still accepting players. So make sure you get in, sign in. This is the biggest tournament in the state of South Dakota by far. I think they had 200-300 players last year. They're probably going to have even more tournaments coming up. More players. So let's see. Got the deal already. Got to take this off. And then I also want to let you know that I have a friend of mine that has a business in town, and she is a masseuse or massage therapist. Her name's Crystal Vasecki. And if you're sore from playing pickleball or sore from working or whatever like that, get a hold of Crystal, and she'll set you up with a massage. All right. Okay. I think that's all I got for tournaments and whatnot. So now we are going to bring in Trever Cartner. I was going to say he's ready, but I just looking at his camera here. There he is. Now he's ready to go. So let's add Trever to the stream.
Yo, what's up, Rob? Hey, buddy.
I looked for a split second. You were there, and then I looked down again, and I'm like, oh shit, his picture's off. So
yeah, I know. Sorry.
So what is the choice of drink that you're having right now?
Right now I'm having the grapefruit day one, CBD infused sparkling water. I got a couple other flavors I'm gonna probably drink through this thing, keep me hydrated. So
how many different flavors do they have?
They have 3. They have lime, lemon, and then grapefruit.
Now, since you're drinking that, and we're kind of on that situation, why don't you tell us how you came across day one? Because I was there for it.
Yeah,
Sort of.
right. So I was at the APP Legacy Golden Ticket. We won't talk about results or anything. It was a bad tournament. However, all around, they had a day one booth. They had I believe he's director of marketing. His name TK is what I know him as. He's like this wild, fun dude. Just super awesome guy. They had kind of coolers all over the venue full of day one for everyone to try. I probably drank, I don't know, 30, 40 cans of that over the weekend. It was hot, man, and it was good. Between cramping and inflammation I was going through, at that time I was dealing with really bad inflammation in my quads down into my feet. So I was trying everything. So I was just drinking it, and I don't know if it was Saturday night before we played some rec, and before I went to dinner, I went over and I was just talking with them and asked them more about it. I was able to try out their recovery cream, CBD recovery cream, 2,000 milligrams. And I was like, whoa, this is some good stuff. I don't have any sitting with me to show anyone, however. But so I just got to talking with him and just hearing about the company a little bit. And just, he was a great person for me to meet up for right away, on the ground, cause he's definitely a character. But I loved it. So I talked to him kind of about some ambassador stuff, sponsorship stuff, what are you guys doing outside of the pros that are a part of the team? And he's like, hey man, here's my number, blah, 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 blah. Fast forward, I don't know, 2 weeks, I followed up with day one on Instagram, gave him a little bit of love, followed up with them, and got connected with Max. He's a co-founder. And we just got to chatting. Funny story. He was texting me. It was like 2 a.m. And I was like, what the heck, man? This guy's like me. He doesn't sleep. Find out Max lives in Hawaii. So the time difference was different. And we kind of got the ball rolling, had a couple calls, and just went from there.
Why don't you go ahead and just tell us a little bit about how you first got into the sport of pickleball?
So I was on a work trip, myself, and 2 of my employees, and we were in southern Idaho, Preston, Idaho. If anyone knows Napoleon Dynamite, that's where it was filmed. The writer actually is from there. And so I got an Airbnb. The hotel choices were very slim. So I got an Airbnb, and the people actually lived in the house. I'm not going to say I didn't know it. Yeah, that's right, John. Babyface assassin. Speaking of John, we got to talk about him here in a little bit. However, so the people lived on the main floor in the second story, and then the whole basement was 3 bedrooms, bathroom, just a whole Airbnb down there. So one of my employees, him and I worked out together. The people who own the house, they own gyms. They're big in the fitness world. So they let you work out for free during your stay. Mm-hmm. So we were working out one night, and the guy and the husband, Chris Grohl, I don't know if they'll be in here. I believe they're on a trip. They are. Hey, Grohl family, I love all of you. One night, he said, hey, after supper tonight, we got to know these people. We would eat supper together, play games together. He said, after we have supper tonight, do you boys want to go over to the church and play pickleball? And I was like, well, man, I haven't played pickleball in 15 years, and we played it for a week in school. However, I am athletic, and you're old. Let's go. Fast forward 4 hours in this small church gym. I'm dripping with sweat, breathing heavy, begging for mercy as I've been body bagged about 74 times.
Little tartar sauce.
No, that's not tartar sauce. That's just a little house salad right there. And then I came home. I told my wife, so we played for 2 weeks straight, every night, 3 hours. I came home. I was telling my wife all about it, and it probably took a month before I started playing locally, and then here we are.
Yeah.
Fast forward a year and a half.
Yeah. So when you got into Sioux Falls, how'd you go about trying to find out like where everyone played or
So, I mean, I Googled it. I looked on Facebook. I found that there was like a Sioux Falls area pickleball page.
yeah.
Shot him a message, and it was like bang, 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 immediately back.
Yeah.
I didn't know who the man behind the messages were at first, but then he shot me his phone number, and we talked for a good half hour. Like first, it was like 10 o'clock at night, and I was like, man, this dude is all in on pickleball. Lo and behold, it was Brett Hansen, Mister loves pickleball probably more than a lot of us. And then he said people play at Great Life, so I went there, took some beatings, definitely took some beatings there, and then like met a couple people. I met you. I posted it, I became a member and I posted in the group. I met you. I was looking for paddles. You're like, I said, just want to buy one. You said, well, you got to demo them. I don't just sell them like that. And I'm like, well,
Yeah.
all right. Then I met you, and then fast forward a little more, and it just kind of steamrolled into one.
Yeah. So how did it? I mean, you played, 15 years ago in school for a week, and then you played, 4 hours when you're on vacation. Coming back here, did you kind of have that mindset that, okay, I know how to keep score, I know the strategies and all that sort of stuff? Did
Yeah.
it take you
So,
long to pick up, or no?
well, so like the scoring and stuff. I mean, we played 4 hours a day for like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks. So like the scoring and stuff, yeah. Like dinking, third, anything past that, other than just trying to keep the ball in and low, no. I came in thinking, oh man, I'll breeze through this. Like I'll learn it really fast, and I didn't. And it's still a journey, and that's totally fine. That also, it's like golf; it makes it a little more fun. It's a good shot to keep you coming back. So yeah, I knew how to keep score, but past that, not really.
Okay. So when did you decide that you were going to? Can you remember what your first tournament ever?
Okoboji,
Was the Okoboji tournament?
Winter Games. So my buddy Paul, he was my realtor, became good buddies. Started playing together a little bit. We're like, let's do a tournament, man. Like, let's compete. And I was gonna go into the beginner, but I think it was 3-0. I was kind of like advised like the beginner it won't be fun. Not fun, but you're if you're athletic, you'll probably do okay in 3-0. We go. Just got smoked 0-2.
Mm-hmm. It was kind of definitely a learning experience.
Yeah, so my buddy Paul, he quit pickleball after that. He said he doesn't want to get his butt beat like that ever again. I mean, it might not have been that day, but I think he might have played a few more times and just said, "I know, I'm out." But that was the first one, and yeah.
So then, well,
that is true.
Yeah.
He did. So the first, I never forget. So the first round, we played Nate Cornwall and his buddy. I don't know who the other kid was.
Nate was playing 3-0.
Nate Cornwall, yep. And so like his homie shows up, and like he's late. Like he's like almost like DQ'd from the match late. Like he was like I'm pretty sure he stayed out too late the night before.
Yeah.
And we just got steamrolled, man. Like two tennis players just steamrolled us. So that was definitely. And then yeah, the next one we played Vince and Jim, and that was kind of disheartening. I mean, they're both great guys now. Like I know them now. Yeah. I really didn't even know who they were then. We had brief conversation, of course, but yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about. Let's see if I can bring this up. Tell us a little bit about this tournament.
So this was my next tournament. Met Cole and Christina playing rec. I met Christina and Sharon at Great Life, but then I met Cole and stuff. And Cole and I was really fat right there. Look at that.
Yeah,
I mean, I haven't lost much weight, but so anyway, I partnered with Cole for men's doubles and then Christina for mix. Cole and I went undefeated through pool play, lost out first or second round of bracket. Christina and I got gold medal. Super fun. It was at Avera. Yeah, man, that's when the purple shorts started.
Yeah. What if you? I think I pretty much know the answer to this, but I'm going to go ahead and ask it anyway. If you had to prefer to play indoor with the Onyx ball or outdoor with a Franklin or Dura, what would you choose?
If I never had to hit that orange Onyx ball in competitive play again, it would be too soon. I think for teaching and for learning, indoor is totally fine.
Yeah.
But I definitely prefer playing on a tennis surface with a Dura.
Yeah. Olivia Hackbarth has a question for you. Favorite pickleball tournament you've ever played in? You've played in so many already.
No, I mean, I guess. I mean, I played like a lot of. I mean, so let's divide this into two answers, okay?
Okay.
Because I don't think you can compare like a national or regional tournament to a local one.
Yeah.
Of any local, just because of the money involved.
Yeah.
Local one, or like a smaller one within our region here, I would have to say, man. I mean, you definitely want to say the first Avera tournament because I want a gold, right? But
yeah.
I would say this year's Avera tournament where I played 4-0 with Troy Robbins. We didn't win a medal, but I believe we went 3-2 or 4-2.
Very competitive games.
Yep. Did get steamrolled. That was more of an awakening for me. It really felt good, to come up and win those games with Troy. So that one has some meaning to it, medal or not. Big one. I've only gone to a couple big ones. It's definitely not Minnesota PPA for sure.
Yeah. Even though it's a tennis court facility and tennis surface and a durable.
So I mean, the facility, Lifetime facilities are second to none. Mm-hmm. They are amazing facilities. Most fun though, or favorite.
I would have to say that Mesa one. The one
either one of the Arizona tournaments I've gone to now, either Casa Grande, which Casa Grande's in the middle of nowhere. It's like an RV park in the middle of the desert. But that tournament or the Mesa one, I had a ton of fun off the court at the Mesa one that you were at with us.
Yeah. You got to hang out with your boy for the tournament, which was kind of cool.
Who? What boy? Wong?
No.
Wong or you?
No. You guys Bar.
Oh, me and Porter. Yeah, dude. Yeah. That was a lot of fun.
I mean, that's a chance you really got a chance to hang out with Porter.
I mean, Porter definitely brings the youthfulness. And it's just fun.
Yeah.
It's not, with Porter and I, and like when I'm in his mom, Susanna, like it doesn't ever have to be serious. Like we can just have a fun time. I got some great rec in. I was able to play with Steve Taylor and Susanna and many other great players that I didn't know that I got to meet. So yeah, I would probably say the Mesa one. You're right.
Yeah. I mean, because you also and that's kind of the next question I was going to get into is how you went about how you go about promoting yourself in the sport through social media. And Mesa is a prime example. I mean, you just started talking to people out there at those tournaments, and you got an opportunity to meet some really cool businesses, and it's just kind of cool. I mean, how I see how much stuff you post on social media. Social media is definitely the generation for pickleball. I mean, everyone and their dog's got a pickleball page.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I just like to post stuff, I post stories, having fun. Yes, yeah. Susanna, I absolutely. So this is a real thing. We're going to pause on your question, Rob.
Okay.
Cinnamon Life cereal is a top 3 for me. The reason she asked that, Porter hates Cinnamon Life cereal. I mean, I could probably find the text. I texted him one day Porter has a podcast, everyone, the PB&J. It's a pickleball podcast by juniors. And truthfully, he does it with Axel Morgan, Ivy Cheddar's been there. It is awesome. It's fun to listen to. But they talk about Cinnamon Life cereal. And if I remember, I think Axel Morgan, I think he likes Cinnamon Life, but Porter hates it. Says it's terrible. and like, so I texted him and told him how it's one of the greatest cereals ever made.
Well, I feel honored to have the pro Susanna Barr in our chat watching our video. So I want to thank you.
And hi, Susanna. And I hope Porter's there too. Hi, guys.
Want to thank you for taking time in your evening to stop by and say hi. Susanna, I met her. God, it's been 2 years ago already, hasn't it?
No.
Or was it been a year? Oh,
not
yeah. Oh, last year. So last year at Match Point, Susanna was in Sioux Falls. And I actually kind of reached out to her and asked her if she needed a place to stay while they were in town. She actually did a bunch of, help me out, Trever. Why am I not clinics? Excuse me.
There you go.
It's been so long since I've done a podcast that I forgot pickleball words already. But Susanna did some clinics for the Sioux Falls area pickleball club, and also for I think it was through Matt with Match Point. And so I got a chance to meet Susanna there and her good friend Nick. And so I got to meet some really neat people through that tournament. And
not to interrupt you.
So go ahead. Go back to your.
That's actually where I met Susanna and Nick. Was the first time was at that tournament in your backyard and at Match Point the night before the tournament.
Yeah.
And one of my dearest friends, David Dutrell, was there. That was great. It was great to be around all those people. So
yeah.
Shout out to Noonan for having a pickleball Airbnb. You know what, guys? Rob aimed to please so much. There was a whole thing with lodging arrangements. He went out and bought a bed. He went and bought a bed because he ended up having an extra person stay with him just so they had a comfortable place to sleep. And I think that deserves a shout out. Unsung hero, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm just here to please because I surely don't play pickleball much anymore. But so anyway, let's get back to your social media. So how is it that how much do you think your social media has helped your pickleball venture?
So, I mean, on the court, I've gotten tips and people have sent me stuff to help me, little nuggets to learn from. I wouldn't say on the court it's helped. But I would say it's afforded me, and I don't have the world's largest following. I don't have, a huge following. I think Instagram, I'm just under 1,000, but I definitely would say it's afforded me the ability to create strategic partnerships and to promote brands and things that I really believe in to people through social media.
Mm-hmm. We'll keep on going with that, but Susanna's wants to know what your pickleball goals are.
Man, so that's probably ever changing almost. Maybe not ever changing. No. So obviously when you start, when I started, you hear about Tyson and everything. Definitely eventually want to be able to play at that top tier level. The Ben Johns, Tyson level. I mean, that's probably a pipe dream. Yeah, the Ben Johns level, definitely.
Yeah.
But to be able to go to a tournament and play the open division, not go 0-2, be competitive is one. But now as I've gone through this journey so far, I would say I want to teach, I want to coach. I coach sports. I teach kids. I want to be able to do that, and I want to somehow tie that into my life, my daily routine. And then I want to get kids involved.
Mm-hmm.
That is something that I'm very adamant about. That's something that I have a huge passion for. Is I want the kids, locally here. I want to see a youth program grow, and flourish.
Yeah. I think with that point though, I think there's a lot of interest in trying to get the kids involved, but the big thing is, I think everywhere is courts,
So, but I
court
mean,
availability.
okay, all right, Rob.
Good point.
Well, fine. So then, this question might not sit well with everyone, but it's a question I ask: Are you willing to sacrifice some of your court time to let the kids play?
Mm-hmm.
Some people are, some people aren't. Whatever side of the fence you're on, I'm not going to judge you.
Mm-hmm.
I have my opinion on it and what I would do. But you're right though. I mean, if we had 40 courts, 30 courts, you know what I mean? It'd be a little bit easier. But
I think with the new courts that are going to be being built, I think there's at least going to be a better chance of maybe having something like that in the afternoons, because that's the one thing about pickleball players. They don't like to play in the heat of the day or whatever the case may be, and for young kids, they want to be out during the heat of the day.
Right.
So maybe that'd be a good time to do it.
And I think between everyone involved in the Sioux Falls Pickleball Club, I believe, and I mean, I'm not on the board or nothing. I've heard grumblings. I believe they're going to develop a great thing for the kids. And I hope they do. That makes me excited. I have my son. He just came down here. Blake, my oldest, he's 7. That's all he wants to do, And I said, hey, bud, we'll do tennis. He's like, I just want to play pickleball, Dad.
Yeah.
And so I guess that's probably what drives that opinion of mine. So,
yeah.
But I think the club, I think they'll do it when the time's right and when they have the ability to really to make a difference in these kids' lives. And I can't wait. I can't wait to support it with everything I have.
So let's you and I dive into the past weekend of the MLP.
Okay.
I was kind of glued. This team format is the cat's meow, and I was just gonna ask you, what do you think? How do you think the outlook is with the MLP, with the money, the prizing? Do you really do you like the team format as much as the pro players say they like the team format?
Well, first, I don't think they just say they like it. You got to remember, a lot of these pro players played high school, college, or some form of tennis, and the team format's big in tennis. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Especially in the high school and the college age group. So I think being able to get back to it, you've heard Zane talk about it. You've heard Rafa, you've heard everyone who played tennis talk about it. Getting back to having that team to root for you, to rally you, or you rally them up in a match.
Yep.
Excuse me. I think that's huge. Me personally, I love it. It is so fun. The Dream Breaker, it's fun to watch. Some folks, like some people might say they don't like it, but I think what MLP does better than probably anyone is they bring viewers. They bring new eyes to pickleball. I can't tell you how many texts I got from people who don't watch APP and PPA tournaments that said, dude, I'm watching pickleball right now and I can't stop. And that, you know what, that's good for pickleball. Overall, that's, that I get back to Susanna's thing. That's a big goal of mine, to see the sport grow. And that right there, those people might have never picked up a paddle. They might now, they might try it. So I think we're going to see more of that in the future, whether it's through MLP or just, through smaller tournaments doing their own thing. There was a tournament in Minnesota last weekend before. They had gender doubles and mixed doubles, but they also on Friday had a team format tournament, and I heard it was a huge hit. So, and that was, I don't remember how many people, probably 300 person tournament. Maybe I'd have to look, but I don't want to speak wrong. If it was higher or lower, but it was a hit.
Oops. I'm trying to find something here for you. We were talking about the youth program and how much your son wants to play in it, and how much of a proud supporter he is of my business, Pickleball Works.
Yep.
Even
I
though he
don't
keeps
know.
on losing the hat.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you right now. You've given him two, and the first one just got ruined. From being a kid. I don't know where the second one is. I think he lost it.
Well, yeah. Does he still have that paddle that I
Yeah.
cut
Yep.
off the handle?
He still does.
Hopefully his hand's getting a little bigger now.
Yes, it is a little bigger. Some of my paddles that have dead spots and stuff, he plays and hits around with. So
Yeah. As Luke, any?
no,
Nope, nothing.
no, he likes to, he likes to watch it. I'll be watching an event, and it'll be, if it's women's doubles, he'll go, "Mommy's on TV."
Yeah.
Or if it's men's, like no matter what I'm watching, Dad playing pickleball. That's how he says it. So
Yeah. So why don't you take a minute or two and talk about how the family, and I guess Jess, how much she has supported you in all this.
I mean,
You know,
I definitely wouldn't be doing or have done what I have done and what I'm doing and what I will do, past, present, and future, if she didn't support it. I mean, she is, just, sorry. She is, she's just a trooper, She, there's two requirements. Can you hear that stomping?
yeah.
You can hear that?
Oh yeah. I could hear him going up the stairs and everything. So
that's definitely, the kids are trying to be funny up there. But she's just great about it. There's definitely a set of rules.
Yeah.
A big one is I give everything I have all the time. And two, I don't lose my temper. I don't throw paddles. I don't do any of that. Because I do have my kids, and there are other kids who watch me play.
Yeah.
And I need to be a good role model. And those are the two big rules. But yeah, she's awesome. She holds down the fort when I go. When I'm practicing or going to open play or drilling, she's right there supporting it.
Yeah.
And I couldn't ask for a better spouse or wife, rather.
Yeah.
Because of that. I mean, it's great.
Yeah. So now that you're kind of in the groove with pickleball and you're playing some tournaments and you're starting to play in some 4-0 tournaments and whatnot, what do you feel has helped you the most? Just continually playing, or really getting up at, like you say, 4 or 5 in the morning and going and drilling? Do you feel like that's helping you out in some ways?
I mean, I think both styles are applicable to your overall skill. Definitely. Man, you know what? I wish I had a bag of chips right now just for you, Neil.
Neil, he was. Did you wonder if Neil knows that he was brought up in Tyson McGuffin's podcast?
He was, yes.
He was. I don't know.
Sure
I don't know if Neil knows that or not.
Neil went pickleball Neil went pickleball forum famous. Neil has never ever seen me, talk to me without facial hair. So that's funny. But
and when he's not on the pickleball court, he's got a bag of chips in his hands.
So
if I remember that.
Yeah, there's definitely a bag of chips joke in there. All right, back to what you were saying. Sorry, I forgot. Neil got me off track. Dang. No, I don't. I don't enough, John. No, you're at, dude. Like that's something I love about John. Like he'll just give it to you, man. But he's right. I do need to drill him more. And that's the end of it. But I do love getting up at 4 or 5 in the morning and drilling. There's a mental aspect to that, but drilling and just, beating yourself up a little bit, beating yourself down to just really get to the root of what you need to do is definitely the most helpful for me.
Yeah. And then of course, Chris has been a big help.
Well, I mean,
been helping you
I attribute any bit of on-court success, and especially in strategy, what shot to hit, how to hit it, to Chris Wong. I mean, not only is Chris like one of my closest friends in the world, but he's definitely taught me more. I mean, like more than I could have ever have asked for. So, shout out to you, Wong.
Yeah, he's probably out playing pickleball in the rain right now.
I think I called him. I think he was going to try and watch.
Oh, so even though Susanna had asked you earlier about some pickleball goals, my question to you is a little more farther out. But where do you see yourself in the sport of pickleball in 5 years?
I have no idea.
Do you
I
think
mean,
you think by then
well,
you'll be coaching more, a little
that
less
would be
pickleball, or
no. I mean,
do you think you still be
I
playing quite a
hope.
bit?
I hope. Well, I mean, I don't. I'll never stop playing. You know, that's what another thing I love about the sport is I'll play till I can't. You know,
Yeah,
and then it'll be old. You know, Rob, I think that if you asked me that in 2 years, I'd be able to give you like a solid answer of what I really think. But
yeah,
you know, I started playing this game at all really at Christmas in 2020,
yeah,
and from Christmas of 2020 till today, excuse me, it has been a whirlwind, and things have changed absolutely so much that I can't look back and track what
yeah,
I've done and say, okay, well, I'm on this path because
yeah,
the thing for me, and I think a lot of people who try to do something, you know, and go farther with pickleball realize like this, you know, I call it the road to pro, but the road to
yeah.
pro, like it goes really fast. Like you're on the interstate one day. Hey, what's up, Wong? But you know, it's like you're on the Autobahn one day and you're just cruising, everything's going good, and then bam, gridlock.
Yeah, yeah,
And it's definitely been that way for me. And
it's
I love it, right?
yeah,
Like I tell people, anyone who asks me anything, like whether it's work, personal, sports, but definitely pickleball, you got to enjoy the suck. You know what I
yeah,
mean? You got to enjoy the hurt, and you got to work through that, because when you do, when you're back on the interstate, Autobahn, whatever, going 100
yeah.
miles an hour, man, life feels good. So I can't answer that question, man.
Yeah. Well, like you said the other day, which makes really big sense in just in everyday play is that some days you're just gonna play like shit,
Dude, I
and you're
did.
just
A couple
you're
of weeks
just not
ago,
gonna
I
have a
filled
good
in at a
day.
ladder. Wait, I'll say it before someone else does. The other day, I played a ladder league. So I'm sure everyone in here knows what a ladder league is. I scored an 18. That was the worst ladder league I've ever played. That was like one of the worst days I've had in a very long time.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll never live it down. But yeah, you're right though. Some
Yeah.
days things just they're not there.
Yeah.
And so you just gotta enjoy the suck, like I said.
Yeah. Olivia's got another question for you.
Oh man. I mean, I think
That's kind of borderline of some of the things we aren't supposed to talk about.
yeah, right. So God, if there's one person, professional or not.
Oh, it'd be Tyson. Drop the mic, man. Get an opportunity to play with Tyson.
So like professional Tyson, Tyson and I have some of the same tendencies, like whether energy and stuff. I play with the paddle that was designed for him. I'm a huge, I like locally, and maybe I'm wrong, don't know a bigger Tyson fan.
Yeah.
But like non-professionally, I've been trying to get one in with Hedrick, but every time I ask,
he gets hurt or something,
Yeah, it's always an excuse. It's always an excuse why he doesn't want to play with me. No, Hedrick, it was 3 games. I saw another comment pop up. What was that, Rob?
Oh, was it Brandon Meyer?
There it is. I got to give a shout out to my boy B Meyer. He actually, Brandon Meyer was the dude I first played my first 4-0 plus tournament with.
Yeah.
And so, we got 4th. It was a tough loss. We lost to Curtis Wong and his partner. Went 3 games. But yeah, shout out to my boy. Guys like Neil eats Tyson for breakfast, man. After his bag of chips.
Yeah, most definitely. Let's see. I think we've already kind of touched. What are some of the things? Why don't you explain for some of us? I know for a fact I don't know anything about like the hat you're wearing and the shirt. And why don't you tell us about who all this stuff?
Rob, stop it. You know what this shirt means.
I
You
know
you
it drives
hate
me.
you
It drives me
you hate
bananas.
this man. You
But
don't like
I
his
don't hate the
saying.
guy. I just don't like him yelling and screaming like that.
I love
So,
it. I live for it. Both of these are from Chevile.
okay.
So the cool one, Aubrey and her husband Cody, like the owners, they are just two of like the raddest people I've ever met in my life. I was able to meet them finally at APP Mesa. This company started the pandemic, and Chevile is an all-woman owned or ran company.
Yep.
And like I think what Aubrey's done and like put these women and just took some like, excuse my language, some badass women and put them in some awesome positions and made phenomenal clothing. Not only do they come with the most creative shirts. This is my Andiamo one. Like I have a Dink Swell with other ones. There's a big Dink Energy. Love that one. I can't wear it though. They only comes in a tank top and a size large, and I'm a little too chunky for a size large. Maybe in a couple years I can lose that weight.
Yeah,
But
you'll look like Ben Johns in that Jigsaw commercial with the tank top.
exactly. But like I'm telling you, like I wish every one of you could feel the material. So this is just their tri-blend t-shirt. It's hands down the softest everyday t-shirt I have. And they're like on-court shirt, their favorite performance shirt. Dude, I can't say enough about it. The way it feels on your skin, and like I'm big on textures and how things feel on me, and it hasn't been replicated. I absolutely am in love with it. I'm in love with the company, the people with the company.
And how did that come across? How'd you come across them? Was that Mesa?
I mean, that's where I met them. You see it everywhere. It's definitely, in my opinion, the best pickleball clothing brand. And, you got a few others, the Kitchen Dink, these guys, Chevile, and there's a couple others out there. Fila's doing stuff, but
Kitch.
you see them but you just see the social media. And a homie Chase from Arizona, he's a part of the team as well, and like he's always posting. I'm like, you know what, man, I gotta see what this dude's talking about. And like the hat Aubrey gave to me, I became an affiliate with them, and it was a gift. And you know what, first time meeting them, they had no idea who I was other than social media and stuff like that. It felt good. And then like I've kind of gone on a couple shopping sprees, bought like 4 or 5 shirts to my wife's chagrin.
Hey, there's that support.
Hey, definitely. It was just my birthday.
Yeah.
Do we still call it birthday money when you're almost 30?
Yeah. I still do it to this day, and I'm 54. So, so why don't you let us know what's going on this weekend? You're just playing singles this weekend, correct?
So I'm playing singles tomorrow. I'm playing 3-5. Never won a singles tournament, so I'm going to play 3-5. Yep. I'm not playing men's or mixed. Saturday is Blake's birthday party. It'll be an all-day fiesta at our house, so not gonna miss that to play a tournament. And then I could have played Sunday at mixed, but I have a feeling with all the inflatables and stuff, or the inflatable that'll be here and everything, that we'll still be doing stuff like that with family on Sunday. So I'm playing singles, and I just got an email. There's enough people that it's not a pool play tournament. Thank the Lord. It is a double elimination bracket, and I know that's a very touchy thing, but I love double elimination.
Yeah. And why is it that you'd love the double elimination?
Because it's first game, you come hard, you gotta go.
Yeah.
You don't get 2 games to warm up and come out top of your pool. It's game 1. If I want to stay on the top side, I gotta go.
Yeah.
It's it's definitely the competitor in me, the athlete in me. It's a mental thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a warrior from the start.
Yeah. Do you think it's easier or harder to get ready for singles or doubles? I mean, get warmed up and all that sort of stuff. Because obviously, doubles, there's a lot of different shots than what singles is.
For sure.
Singles is a lot more drives
I mean, on the court, I would say doubles is harder to warm up for. I mean,
Mhm.
I warm up my drive for singles, obviously. But I stretch harder for singles. You know what I mean? I like to
Yeah.
get a sweat going before either match. But, um, I have a warm up routine for both. They both take me 5 minutes. You get 5 minutes. So I've whittled them down to 5 minutes.
Mhm.
And so I guess, warm up's warm up.
Yeah.
You just warm up differently. I wouldn't say one's harder than the other.
Yeah. So I think the last topic that I want to bring up with you, and by the way, we can hear that tapping.
Oh, sorry. I was tapping
I mean,
my cell.
I found out the first day that my first podcast that people could hear me chewing gum.
Yeah,
So
remember I
that pretty much,
texted you. It was
yeah, that's
disgusting.
right.
I turned my sound off. I couldn't listen. But first, I'm going to stop you, Rob.
Oh.
Hedrick's giving me some crap tonight. But
Okay.
I definitely got to give John Hedrick a lot of love tonight. He sent me a little care package from the company that his wife and he and his wife own, Forever New. It's awesome. I haven't been able to use a stain remover yet, but I definitely plan on doing it before and after and sharing that with everyone. But I'm using the stretch spray as well as the laundry detergent, and that spray, like, anyone who knows me, see me in person, I'm just a sweaty guy. Like,
Yeah.
I sweat easily. I'm kind of chubby, so I'm definitely always sweating on the court. And so, like, when you sweat a lot, things like your hat and your shoes, they stink.
Yeah.
And like my Zealous Insoles hat was stinking. I sprayed it with that, dude. It smells brand new. So huge shout out, to John and his company and all of his employees. I mean, you guys are doing some great things. If you're local, check it out. Message me or message John where you can buy it. I believe their website's forevernew.com. Don't kill me, John, if I'm wrong. However, I mean, seriously, if you're an athlete, the detergent's great. So they deserve a shout out. So sorry to interrupt you. I had to give it to them.
No problem. But the last thing I want to talk about, because I really want to know how it works, but since you've studied up on Duper, I want to know how in the hell does Duper work?
Okay, so I am not extremely well read on their algorithm. I mean, that is Steve Kuhn's masterpiece. I in his team, they're crazy. They're so good. No, like how it works. I mean, you download the app, put your information in, play a tournament, they get uploaded, and then you, like if you like play rec, or you do a ladder league, or whatever, you just go in, you enter your scores with the people you play with, whether it's singles or doubles. One person from another team approves it, and it's instantaneous. Like right there, your Duper score goes up or down.
So, but how do you start? I mean, do you have to punch in what your rating is, or what?
So we're gonna do a classroom interactive activity.
Okay.
So you grab your cell phone, you unlock your cell phone, go to your app store, Google Play or App Store, iPhone. You go to Duper, DUPR, you download it. Then it brings it up when it's downloaded, and you create an account. You create an account, Rob.
Yeah.
And then you just put your stuff in, you sign in.
Yeah.
That's how you start. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We did.
Well, so I did that. I did that, but I mean, I can't remember where. I mean, do you put in like what average you think you are at this moment, and then it starts from there, or how does it build off from there?
No, so you have to play matches against other Duper rated people. So like when you start, it just like your rating says NA, not applicable, right?
Yep.
So I believe it's 10 matches until Duper gives you your rating.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So
you have to put in 10 games.
And then from there, but see, there's rules to it though.
Oh.
Like I can't go play Chris Wong in singles and just put in that I beat him. We're too far apart in our skill levels.
Yep.
In our Duper ratings that it wouldn't do anything. Because even if a 5-0 player plays a 4-0 player, even if they win, they can still Duper score will still go down.
Oh, okay. If they put it in.
But I think things like that is something I would like to see happen Sioux Falls, whether it's organized or just people to get together. Because in the world of pickleball, the rating system's messed up.
Yeah.
Right. Like there's so many. We got WPR, we got UTPR, we got Duper.
Yeah.
And like you go to a qualifying tournament and people are sandbagging or know, and everyone's got opinions on that. But it is what it is. You play your rating. If the system's broke, you play the system. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know what Chris means by
because that means if you get an 18, what an 18 does to your Duper. Yeah, it did do so. Like if you get an 18 in a ladder league, Duper just sends you a message that you should probably just sell your stuff and go play bocce ball or something.
So we're talking about ladder league. What's probably most of the people that are watching probably already know from me.
Hey Rob, how many viewers have we had? I can't see on my end.
Oh, on my end, the highest we only had was 13.
Man, no love from everyone tonight.
But we did get a pro to come in and visit with us, and then Neil.
But I mean, Neil's a pro.
Yeah,
Neil, seriously. Like,
no, he beat Tyson and Jay. So I mean, that shows you what he can do on the court, with or without a bag of chips. But no, I don't know exactly about the numbers. I think 13 was the highest at one point.
I do. I want to pause you. We're talking about bag of chips and beating Tyson. I played Neil and Katie in some rec in Minnesota. They play pro, right? Just so I'm going to give myself a little love. Me and Abdul Khan, he's from Minnesota. We played, and you know what? We only lost like 11-6, 11-7.
And that would have helped your Duper rating.
I mean, yeah. And believe me, I saw more balls than I wanted to in that game. Poor Abdul was bored.
But so anyway, I was just telling people that that's one of the things that has been brought up with the ladder leagues that we have at the house. It seems like there's enough interest in people if they want to do it, and I would love to do it. I mean, I just need to have people say, "Hey, we're going to do tonight's scores. We're going to put them in for Duper." I'd gladly do that, but I just don't know how to do it.
No, well, one, that is something that needs to be determined
beforehand, right?
Because people, maybe not in a ladder league, but if it's open, if you're just having rec play with someone and you're going to do Duper scores, everyone's going to play a lot more competitive, I believe, a lot harder. However, like if you do a ladder league, like you don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Before players got to do it. Just after each match, they put the scores in.
Yeah.
And
I think also for the people, at least locally around here, I mean, we all kind of know the group of players that we all play and hang out with that play tournaments. And the people that might want to play in a big tournament or maybe go out someday, doing these Duper things will only help you, right? As far as trying to get somewhat of a rating.
I mean,
yes or no, or
to get a rate, but like the APP and is partnered with USA Pickleball.
Yeah.
They don't use Duper to determine anything. For example, APP New York. Unfortunately, I was not able to go. That was a historic venue. I'm really upset, but I had a lot of FOMO watching everyone and seeing my friends there and watching the pros there because it's beautiful and it was so cool. In 4-0 mixed, I'm not going to call the player out. A buddy of mine, the Pickleball Studio, he did like point blank. Yeah. He played 4-0 mixed. His doubles rating is 6.2 in Duper. Now, mind you, Duper goes up to 8. So it's not the same as just going up to, like 6.
Yeah.
But so his Duper was really high, but his UTPR was 4.0. So now we could be here till midnight talking about what I think the flaws in.
Yeah. So something's going to have to change at some point in time. But as far as the Duper is concerned, as far as wanting to kind of figure out where you are locally, I think it would be great for people to do it in our ladder leagues.
Absolutely.
So,
or do it with your friends.
Yeah,
do it when you play random people. Yes, just do it. Because the more matches you get in and the more matches that are put in to Duper, the more the closer it'll be to your true skill level.
Yeah.
I believe. No, this is not an ambassador or sponsored saying.
Yeah.
I believe Duper's the way of the future. They are, And it's just it's going to be I mean it's going to come down. We need to find one ultimate rating system. But coming off of Duper, there's one topic we haven't talked about tonight, Rob, and I'm a little bummed. I really thought we were going to bring it up. The whole APP PPA conversation. I definitely thought you'd want to get into that tonight.
No, I just wanted to talk about the MLP situation because I just, I mean, we already know you love APP. You already know I love PPA. So,
but not everyone else does.
Knows it. Oh gosh, yeah, everyone knows. I mean, I wear PPA stuff quite a bit. So, I go to PPA tournaments. Though I did go to the APP tournament this last time when I was in Arizona. That's probably for another day. But we need to wrap this up, and I just want to, I talk to you every day anyway. So I mean,
thanks for having me, dude. I really appreciate you having me on here. Sometimes it's fun to hear myself talk. I like to talk. So, but thanks to everyone who did watch. Thanks to all the great companies I'm a part of. Day One, Chavile, another one I can't name to be. A huge shout out to Ian and North Star Pickleball. You guys have shown me a lot of love. And shout out to the girls for getting me into this thing and creating an addiction. I just can't stop.
Yeah, it's a good addiction to have. But thanks for. I had a feeling if I asked you, hey, let's talk pickleball on a Thursday night on the podcast.
I'm not gonna lie, man. This was literally the worst possible Thursday I could have done it.
Me too.
It's your mother's birthday. I am like overdue. I'm redoing my garage right now for the party Saturday. I have like a project half finished right now. I had to stop, go take a shower, and come in and do this. But it's great, dude. Like I appreciate you having me. You're a good friend. You're a close homie. Everyone, shameless plug for Pickleball Works. Give this guy some love, man. Like he can hook you up. He can get you whatever you want through Pickleball Central now. Probably save you some money. You know what I mean?
Shop local.
Yeah, man. Definitely give him some love. Rob lives for pickleball in different ways than a lot of us. So, and one day might not have a pickleball store. So let's go. I'll give it everyone a big let's go.
No, don't you want to say what on your shirt?
Andiamo! I've been practicing.
All right, thanks a lot, Trevor. Get back to your garage job. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Oh, what an evening. I had a feeling that Trevor and I would have quite a bit to talk about. And yes, we could talk for another hour about the differences between the APP and the PPA and what he likes about it and what he doesn't like about it. But I mainly wanted to bring up about the MLP because I really do think it's having a 4-person team puts so much more emphasis on the game as far as coaching and stuff like that. And I was stuck with it. I watched it the whole weekend for the most part, though a lot of the players that I follow weren't playing in it. But it was still fun to watch. Obviously, Gucci Zane Navitral is someone that I've met personally, had lunch with him years back. And so, yeah, he's one that I'd like to follow on that part too. But anyway, I'm going to try to do one next month. There's, I don't know, August or July is pretty tough. A lot of stuff going on, a lot of activities going on. But I do know that Chris Wong, I've asked him a couple times, and he has a few different excuses here and there. But hopefully, I can get him to save some time for me in July, and hopefully, I can get him, or else we'll find somebody that is available, and we'll try to do one next July or next month in July sometime. So until then. Just a quick reminder, like Trevor said, Pickleball Works is now a dealer for Pickleball Wholesale, which is pretty much the warehouse for Pickleball Central. So I can get pretty much anything on the website, on the Pickleball Central website, as far as balls, bags, nets, whatever the case may be. I can't get you demos to try out. That's still go through Pickleball Central. But if you try something, you like it, let me know, and see if I can't save you a couple bucks going through me. And we'll see everyone this weekend. Stop by the booth down in Sioux City for the pickleball tournament. I hope everyone has good luck playing down there. And I will be doing some broadcasts of the games. I'll do my best. I'm, running a booth down there. Hopefully, I can get my camera or my phone set up and record a couple matches the best that I can. So, anyway, thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. Thanks again for my boy Trever for sticking out and hanging out with me for an hour. And we will see all you guys this weekend, I hope. Keep on pickling.